Hello, it's me again about the ClearChoice Dental implants. It's been roughly about a year and a couple of months now. So you can see they look good, but boy, I tell you what, they are really something to get used to. Okay, I still have a little bit of a lisp because my tongue itself is hitting the upper roof of my mouth still, and it's like you just don't get used to it. I mean, it's been a year and a half. I mean, I should be able to talk normally. It's more like my body's trying to hide it, but getting talking for a little while, it's a kind of a little pain in the ass because your tongue gets tired, your mouth gets tired, things like that. So, what I've learned in the last year is they give you these little flossers, okay, and they're about, I don't know, a foot and a half long, and they got real hardness on one side, so you can shove them between your gums and your implants, and then we can get all the crap out from underneath of it. They don't work that great, okay. You have four posts that are in the bottom, four posts that are up top that's sticking out of your jaw, and you can't really get the flosser to go in there easily. And how are you supposed to get around the posts? I mean, you can imagine you have a mountain like this and you have a cave on top of it, okay? And you're going to get the floss down below. Excuse me. Well, the floss can get your gums, but it doesn't get the concaveness of your teeth, that's up there because they're convex, okay? So you can rub your gums like crazy, but you really won't get the damn things clean underneath there. Using a water pick, oh my God, that thing's the biggest pain in the ass, and what a pain. Spraying it, water's flying everywhere, and you're just like, it's like, what the, pain in the ass. So I don't even do that. So they told you that food doesn't really stick to it, right? Well, I can tell that after about a half a day, drink a cup of coffee in the morning or something like that, by the afternoon you can start feeling stuff on your teeth. I'm like, wait a minute, I thought these teeth aren't porous. They're supposed to be like porcelain, right? Everything floats on top and doesn't stick to them. That's not true. They're actually worse than teeth, okay? It's almost like they have a little bit of hard calcium that builds up on the inside, on the bottom part of the lower teeth setup down here, okay? And so I have a dental pick that I actually go in there and I scrape it off, because at night I go brush my teeth and it pretty much goes away. But during the daytime, you get this stuff. You can feel the front of your teeth and you feel like, well, that's kind of a little gritty, It's like my teeth weren't that before I had these implants. So it's like they do actually grab a lot of stuff onto them, okay? And so what I've also learned is nuts are out of the question. Okay, nuts. Here's what I would recommend. For the first month you have these teeth, eat soft foods. Jellos, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, creamy, not crunchy. Anything that's hard, celery, carrots, broccoli, anything that's hard, okay, will get wedged underneath your implants and in between your gums, and you can't tell, okay? Even if you've flossed, there could be just a little thing like a piece of sand. Then what happens is that your gums get irritated and you're like, ow, they kind of hurt. So you go brush your teeth, you're thinking, okay, everything's okay. And then you go you go brush your teeth, go to bed, you wake up the next day and your lower jaw is just killing you, or upper jaw, okay? Mine was the lower. And so I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? And I'm trying to use a toothpick. I'm using my floss. Nothing. Tried to using the water pick. Nothing. Couldn't get nothing out of there. Like, this is crazy. Swishing with water. Was it the hydrogen peroxide? Works great. But I was like, something is there. Well, what happens is within a day or so, your gums get so irritated they actually flame up around the material that's in there that you don't even know is there, even though I think that everything's clean and perfect. So let's say that I had a piece of chicken and just a little piece of the chicken fibers was underneath of my implant, in between the gums and the implant. And I brush my teeth and I floss and I do everything like I'm supposed to, but it's still there and I don't know it's there. Well, the next day, my gums are inflamed around it. And then all of a sudden, my gums start wrapping around that item. And you think that my gums were inflamed now they hurt like a mother. Okay. And they're really bad. And I'm like, how the hell? There's nothing there. I've done everything possible I could think of. I tried the water puck. I've even taken the damn thing in the shower. You know, probably with the water off would have been just fine, because the damn thing's just spray water everywhere and you're just covered from head to toe. Okay. Kind of a funny video, but anyway. So I don't think there's anything there. So I thought, wait a minute. I've been in automotive repair for 45 years. So I take a blow nozzle from my shop and I take the thing and I bend it to a curl. And I put it on the inside of my gums at the bottom part of the implants. And I spray it. It hurt like hell, because it's like open nerves and you're swollen and you're just like, what the hell? And you spray it and all of a sudden, here goes this chunk of something. Like, where the hell did that thing come from? And then within, I don't know, a couple hours, no, it's fine. I feel good now. I'm like, okay, fine. So then you're thinking, okay, I'm going to start eating again. Well, then you go out and you have something to eat, like let's say hot dogs, okay? Well, you have hot dogs, ketchup, relish, blah, 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 and everything's fine. You're like, okay, well, the bread will kind of mold down, and the hot dog, you can just gum it to death, kind of, just chew it lightly and stuff like that. The freaking pickle and the relish will actually get in there in that same spot that's already been created and actually go around it and wrap it around there. I found something. It was white. I think it was a nut. That's what I say, nuts. No. You got to stay away from nuts. Anything hard, you got to stay away from. Okay. So anyway, this little piece of relish got underneath it there and was wrapping itself around and got really inflamed. I couldn't get the damn thing out. So this time I just increased the pressure and I just bit the bullet, chugged a beer, didn't do much anyway, and then just shot it. And oh, wow, it hurt like hell. So that thing got out and I'm like, okay, I'm done for now. I've got like 2 or 3 pockets underneath of my lower implants that are swollen. They hurt like hell. I'm like, I got to get my gums to get back to normal. So I told myself, okay, it's going to take about 2 weeks for all this stuff to heal and the swelling to go down and everything to go back. Because I found that it actually takes about 2 to 3 weeks for any damage down below or up top of any gum damage. Even if you bite your tongue, it'll take a couple days before you forget about it and it starts to do its thing. But it's roughly about 2 weeks minimum that you have to do to stay off of any hard food. So I went out and bought a gallon of this what's that crappy stuff you get at Walmart that's kind of like a Jello and marshmallows, parfait kind of stuff. I bought a gallon of it from United Grocers is what I still call them. But anyway, they're like Smart and Final or whatever the hell they are. Anyway, I bought a gallon of that. And I literally lived off of that for almost 3 weeks. Okay. Started to lose weight, but my gums feel better. The pockets are starting to disappear. Not eating anything hard at all. Okay. Stay away from chicken. The first 6 months that you get your teeth, even though they tell you, go ahead and do this, no. Stay away from corn. Stay away from nuts. Stay away from any fibered meats such as chicken or beef or pork, because those fibers will get right underneath of there and you'll be screaming bloody murder in a couple of days because it hurts like hell, because there's something trapped underneath of there. So I found that whenever I got done eating, I would go into my garage at my house and I'd turn on the air compressor, blow it out. Crap was coming out all the time. Like, where the hell is this stuff coming from? If you don't have an air compressor, you're kind of screwed. But it's the only way that I found that I could actually get my teeth cleaned and get underneath of everything. Because otherwise, in a couple of days, if I don't do that in a couple of days, you blow something out and you're like, whoa, that doesn't smell too good. And if that doesn't smell too good, then what does my breath smell to everybody else? And so I was just like, oh man, what a learning experience. Okay. So like I said, when you get your implants, don't follow the doctor's directions and say, oh, you go ahead and eat everything you want. Okay. Think of this. You just got your head drilled into with all these implants. You just got these new teeth that are either pressed really hard against your gums, which are already swollen from the surgery anyway. And now you got these things on there that you have no control over. You still kind of know where they're at with your teeth, you know where they're at, but your tongue doesn't. And also found out that the teeth that are back here that normally when you're my age, I'm 57 now, and I got these things done when I was 56 because I just got tired of Kaiser fixing nothing. Okay. So I found that by the time you're 56 years old, your molars back here all the way up to your canines, right there, those have been dulled down. They're not really sharp. And the reason why they're dull is because you've been chewing for about 50 years. So they're really dull. When you get your new teeth, you got pockets up there with sharp teeth. It's like 4 big old claws. So anyway, these sharp points that are on your teeth now, you bite your tongue in the middle of the night. Oh, you actually will put a hole in your tooth or in your tongue, because those suckers are sharp. I mean, they're just like, but the dentist says that's what they're supposed to be, so they could break and chew and tear shit apart and stuff like that. Okay, whatever works. So, like I said, the teeth are great when they're not sore gums. There's some things you can't eat. There's a lot of things you can eat. If you want steak, eat it in moderation. Just realize that if you're a guy and you like to eat a steak every once in a while, make sure you have your air compressor turned on in your shop so you can go blow your teeth out, basically. If you're a female, have your husband buy yourself a small little air compressor like that you use for what do you call that, pinstriping or whatever it is, a little compressor, just a little thing. Don't use anything else. Don't use one of those cans that cleans your keyboard or whatever it is. That's like propane or some damn thing like that. Some tweakers use that stuff to get high or whatever. But anyway, but you got to figure out that the flossing doesn't work 100%. They work about maybe 50%. Brushing your teeth is great. Brush them in the morning after you eat breakfast. You'll feel great all day. Brush them at night before you go to bed. Awesome, wonderful. They look great. People are like, wow, look at him. He's old and he's got nice teeth. But it is kind of a pain to learn how to talk. Like I said, I've had these things for over a year. I'm still talking like a little bit of a lisp because it protrudes out pretty big on the top side. So I'm wiping my face and stuff. I've been coughing for some reason. Something stuck like right there. So I've had to cut the video off a couple of times to go drink some tea or something to swallow whatever it was. I have no idea what it is, but that's why my eyes are watering a little bit and stuff like that. So, but I hope that you guys, whoever's out there looking at these videos, is concerned about going through dental implants. I went through ClearChoice. We had to take a home equity line of credit out to pay for the $56,000 for these teeth. I don't have to go to Kaiser, which, if you think about it financially, $56,000 is like going to the dentist $1,000 a year for 56 years. So they are like the cream of the crop thing, but I didn't really have an alternative. Our family is notorious for having our bone structures completely collapse. Our family's from England, and if you know a bunch of people that are over there, you never see somebody smile over there because all their teeth are completely gone, and that's how our family is. So it just runs in our family. It's all genetic. So I didn't have a choice. I could have went with dentures and stuck them in there and glued them in or whatever it is, but I've heard those things suck. I think if I had the choice again to either do these or something else, I may have went to the ones that you click, 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 and you pop them in, because when you're done, you can pull them back out, clean them really good, and then you can put them back in and go back to bed. That may have been a better alternative. Probably a lot cheaper too, because then at least I know I don't have my gums inflamed and stuff like that. But I'll tell you one thing that's really weird is when I was getting my teeth taken out, my first and second sets, and I was going to the next bigger set, and I had my teeth out. My jaw had no teeth to support, so I couldn't, bite down farther. And after I had my teeth removed to get the next set in, there was no support there. My jaw would go farther down than what it was supposed to with teeth. And when it did that, instant jaw pain, instant headache. It's like your head is not made to have your jaw go flattened by another half inch. It just is not great. So anyway, this is my next video. Like I said, I think it's number 5, a year and a couple of months. It's now May 22nd of 23. So it's been a year and a couple of months since I've had my finals done, because I had them put in, I believe, in February of last year. Because I did have problems with the gums and stuff. I went to my dentist and said, hey, I got some problems with these things. They looked at them and said, well, your teeth are all nice and clean and stuff. And I go, no, look at the gums. He's like, oh yeah, I've these little pockets of blood. He said, just clean them out really good. So I've been just doing what I need to do, my own due diligence. You'll figure it out on your own, but unfortunately, that's what you got to do. But hopefully this video will help you out. If you do have new teeth from ClearChoice, and you're wondering how the hell am I supposed to, what my teeth and all these things, hopefully this video will help you out. Because if I would have known the things that I know now, there would have been a lot of things that I would have changed when I first got them. I would not have gone straight and got a 8-pack of chicken and gorged down. Stuff like that. Or eating chocolate chip cookies with walnuts. One of my favorite is, it's more like walnut cookies with chocolate chips. Because I really love walnuts, the cooked walnuts. They're really great. Unfortunately, those get inside underneath your teeth. So you literally, one last thing is, when you do eat, chew and keep all the food on the inside of your mouth. Try not to get anything above and beyond on the front of the teeth as you're chewing. Sometimes the saliva and stuff moves the stuff around. That's where you're going to have problems. Okay. So they're really trying to prevent things from going underneath from the inside. But the other side, I used to be able to take my tongue and touch the bottom part of my inner lip down to the bottom where it stops. I can't do that anymore. My teeth are actually taller than what they were, because I ground them down for the last 50 years, because I grind my teeth at night. Okay. And I don't grind my teeth. If I do grind my teeth, I can't tell I'm doing it. I haven't had my wife tell me that she hears me or anything, so I don't know what's going on. But right now my jaw doesn't hurt. My teeth don't hurt. I don't have to worry about teeth pain, as long as you get rid of that debris that's underneath of the teeth before it causes a problem. But since I've had my teeth heal and I consistently blow stuff out of there every day or so, and consistently brush my teeth every day, it's almost like you don't even notice that you even have it until you start talking. Then your tongue's like, so that's the only thing that sucks is the upper part of my teeth. The bottom part doesn't matter, because it doesn't touch anything. It's not affected. So that's the only pain in the ass that I hate, is the upper tongue. Oh, and you're always sucking all the time. I don't know why, but your mouth creates a little bit more saliva. So you're always constantly, doing that kind of stuff, even though there's really not anything there. You're just driving down the road and you're like, damn it, I'm catching myself doing it again. Okay. So, like I said, it is a learning experience. Hopefully this video will help you out. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to write me. My email is mr62buick@yahoo.com. Mr62buick@yahoo.com. So hopefully this helps you out. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And I will. I'm a pretty straightforward, honest person, so I'm not going to sit there and blow you off, or, oh, this doctor gave me a little this and that, and it has nothing to do with that. I'm just a regular person, just like everybody else. I just happen to say, screw Kaiser. I'm tired of you guys not doing stuff for me. I got insurance, but you guys suck. Okay. So good thing is I don't have to pay those $20 copays. So you spend enough money, you don't have to pay a $20 copay. Boy, our health system sucks. It really sucks. Everybody in our country, if you work, you should have health care, and you should have medical for teeth and everything else that's out there. They don't have anything for chiropractors, for Kaiser, through my insurance. They don't have that. Everybody should have everything covered if you're working. If you choose not to work, you don't get shit. Okay? You got to earn that. I didn't get this stuff for free. I didn't have my business for free. I had to work my butt off for it. Started with $100 in the bank, $1,000 worth of material, a used tubing bender, a used two-post rack, and about 25 years of knowledge up here. And I've had the business going since 2006, and now it's 2023. So I got 17 years into this thing. I haven't seen much of my wife and my daughter for the first, I'd say, about 13 years of it. The last 4 years have been a little bit better, spending more time with my wife, but unfortunately my wife, or my daughter, she's already moved on to a boyfriend and moved out and stuff like that, so unfortunately I can't get that back. So, but anyway, that's my story. My bad. Sucks. It's life. But I couldn't see myself working for somebody else, especially after I got in a car accident in 2009 and back surgery in 1996. I mean, I'm a train wreck, so I couldn't take off the time that I do from my work here when I'm hurting if I worked for somebody else. I'd have been fired many times over. I'm a great employee, very smart, very knowledgeable, and a lot of stuff. I've had multiple employers tell me they'd love to clone me, blah, blah, blah. I'm one of those very few people that, is an awesome employee. Unfortunately, I couldn't put a business through that. I didn't want to have them deal with it. So, but anyway, enough of me. Hope this video, like I said, helps you out. I know it's a little bit of a long dragger and everything else, but hopefully it's very informative. So write me an email, ask me a question if you got it. If not, have a great life. Okay, I will hopefully come back in here another year or so and do another video, and maybe I'll look a little bit more scruffier, or maybe I might look like Santa Claus. So anyways, catch you later. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.